Fred Smith is a revolutionist in his industry. Not only has he overcome personal and professional obstacles, but Smith continues to stand tall in his ethical beliefs and values. Through his innovation, drive, and determination to succeed, Fred Smith has become one of the most admired and well-known leaders of our time. When you think of the organization FedEx, who could fathom that a small boy, the youngest of two sons, who suffered with Leg-Calvé-Perthes disease and whose father passed away at the tender age of 4, would mastermind a $69.7 billion corporation? This is the story of Fred Smith. It is not shocking to think Fred Smith Jr. followed in his father's footsteps and became an entrepreneur. Fred's father pioneered Dixie Greyhound bus lines and the Tuttle House restaurant chain. Fred Sr.'s entrepreneurial spirit, hard work, and dedication allowed the Smith family to be able to maintain their comfortable lifestyle. It was not until the age of 21 that Fred Jr. and his siblings would be able to access the trust fund left for each of them. It would not be until later that Smith would conceptualize the idea of his very own business, which we will discuss later. Upon graduating from college, Smith matriculated at Yale University. It was during an economics class that Smith penned a term paper that centered around the development of an overnight delivery service. Although Smith's professor was underwhelmed with the idea, he decided not to disregard it, but instead keep it tucked away for a later date and time. Upon graduating from Yale University, he enlisted in the United States Marine Corps and from 1966 until 1970. After serving 2 tours in Vietnam, Smith decided that the time had presented itself for him to change trajectory. Now was the time for him to pull out his tucked-away idea that many were skeptical of and breathe life into it. Smith took a leap of faith using his $4 million inheritance to launch what is today known as FedEx. Many of the lessons learned through his tenure in Vietnam were used to build the foundation of the multinational overnight delivery service. Although FedEx has become a household name, during the company's first year it lost more than $13.4 million. So much so that the business only yielded $5,000. With growth comes growing pains. Smith decided not to give up, but to persist because he believed not only in his vision but his dream. To secure the amount of money that he needed, Smith decided to take flight to Las Vegas and risk it all. He decided to play a game of blackjack and managed to secure $27,000 in earnings. Smith's struggles proved his hard work not to be in vain. Fast forward to now. FedEx is, in 2019, ranked 47 on the Fortune 500 list. More importantly, the company grew faster than the United States Parcel Service, a major competitor for the overnight delivery service. The delivery giant managed to grow $69.7 billion in 2019, which is up 6.5% from 2018, based on Fortune magazine. In addition to its continual growth, the multinational corporation, servicing more than 220 countries, was recognized on Fortune magazine's 100 Best Organizations to Work For in 2019.
Through his life, Fred Smith attended 3 educational institutions. The first, Presbyterian Day School, is a private, college-based elementary school. While enrolled in Presbyterian Day School, Smith struggled with an arthritic disease known as Calvé-Perthes. This disease is detrimental to the hips and caused Smith to be confined to crutches. Fred Smith graduated from the Presbyterian Day School from 6th grade in 1956. According to the school's directory, the alumni list reads like a who's who. Graduates attend many of the nation's finest universities. Fred Smith is pictured in the listing among the alumni. During his high school years, Fred Smith attended Memphis University School, a private, male-structured institution. Here, he overcame his arthritic condition, and per the biography written in reference for business, he participated in University's History tab, the school is recognized for preparing boys to enter the world with a liberal education and development needed to become a cultured gentleman. Fred Smith graduated with a college preparatory diploma in 1962. While attending Yale University, Fred Smith found his attraction to the shipping industry. Smith was instructed to write a term paper in which he covered the need for a reliable overnight delivery service. Although his professor was unimpressed with his paper and did not find the idea feasible, Smith did pass the class and graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Economics in 1966.
Fred Smith's personality qualities of determination, personability, and excellence have helped him over the years to succeed in his career. Determination to succeed during difficult times proved invaluable to Smith's career when FedEx lost nearly $13.4 million in its first 2 years of business. The entrepreneur gives a statement from Smith about this tumultuous start of the corporation. Smith said, "I was very committed to the people that had signed on with me, and if we were going to go down, we were going to go down with a fight." As the culture of FedEx developed, Smith's focus on his employees became the trademark of his leadership. Fostering team leadership and agency in his company reveals that Smith sees the value in inspiring people towards a collective mission, and this develops loyalty in his employees. Smith also has a drive for excellence in the culture of the FedEx Corporation. The Purple Promise, a statement from FedEx which promises exceptional customer service from start to finish, illustrates this quality and demonstrates the company's determination to serve their customers with excellence. Often employees will refer to this statement to remember the necessity of striving for this high ideal. Fred Smith also shows much creativity in his thinking and ability to execute his ideas. The entrepreneur tells us that Smith wrote a term paper during his time at Yale detailing the design of an overnight delivery service. His professor did not think the idea was feasible, but nonetheless praised him for the ingenuity of his design. After graduating and serving in the Marine Corps, Smith took his creative inspiration and started the FedEx Corporation. Smith's creativity didn't stop there. As the FedEx Corporation developed, Smith continued to let his ideas shape the outcomes he wanted to see happen. One such idea is the conceptualization and standard Smith developed for his employees called the Golden Package. This creative way of thinking about each package at FedEx as being important helps employees to work towards their goals and objectives.
From a personal perspective, the largest advocate and motivator for Fred Smith is his mother. She pushed and urged for her son to reach higher. According to Entrepreneur, Smith's mother worked diligently to build his self-esteem and encouraged his participation in all sorts of physical activities. Professional motivation is an important driver in success, and Smith finds that motivation in his employees. Based on the case study found in the Lucier and Akua text, there is a trust in FedEx employees and encouragement given to Smith and the leadership team to assign employees to company-wide projects. Smith acts as not only a champion for his team, but also an enforcer and advocate for team performance.
Mr. Smith made decisions for all FedEx Corporation operating companies, including FedEx Services, FedEx Express, FedEx Ground, and FedEx Freight. He dedicated his time to be accessible to his employees by offering a permanent invitation to employees who served 10 years in the company to a breakfast with him. He inspired FedEx teamwork with excellence by setting and reinforcing standards. He recognized his employees each month by giving recognition called Circle of Excellence to the best FedEx station. He encouraged innovation by managing the golden concept, which consisted of the idea that all packages are priority and delivered on time when provided by FedEx. He also directed his executive team to generate more teams to make changes needed to improve customer satisfaction and productivity throughout the FedEx system.
Fred Smith exudes integrity in his decision-making and leadership of followers. Integrity is the ability to uphold honest and trustworthy values. Fred Smith holds these values by setting high expectations in the FedEx Code of Conduct. Not only does he abide by this code, but it serves as an employee rulebook that offers direction on how to act ethically at all times. Smith also shows beneficence in his leadership towards employees and customers. Beneficence is the act of doing good and considering the well-being of others. As stated in Smith's biography given in Reference for Business, when UPS workers went on strike, thousands of FedEx employees worked to process the additional 800,000 packages. Smith rewarded his employees with special bonuses while taking out full-page newspaper ads to thank them.
Whether it has been to ship a package, receive a package, or print important papers, most can recall an experience through FedEx in their lifetime. In fact, it may be the most preferred shipping method with its reliable services and tracking. Expert power is based on the user's skill and knowledge. Fred Smith created an environment within the organization that allowed him to monitor and market so closely that he was able to efficiently and effectively create products and services that work. He believed in reputational intelligence, which is described as selling trust. This reputational intelligence forced him to provide the services that he said FedEx could provide. Fred Smith also used information power. Information power is described as one having access to vital information, knowledge, and control over its distribution to others. He studied the market so endlessly that it allowed him to gain international knowledge about the market that would help his business flourish. He used information to build and create strategies that would later help him buy into companies. Finally, he used connection power. Connection power is described as a user's relationship with influential people. He, he used connection power through China. He established a FedEx branded domestic service there to move international traffic to and from gateways. This ultimately led to a business relationship with the former president of China. In an interview, he speaks on how the former president invited his board of directors to an office and ultimately showed that he may have known more about the company than the board of directors themselves. Using this power, he was able to influence other Asian and European countries. At FedEx, Fred Smith built a culture where managers are not obsolete. They are expected to communicate the goals clear and effectively. They assist in helping to achieve those goals. Not only does seeing managers work as a team help motivate, but it helps relieve stress on employees, as well as creating a better work-life balance where they are not feeling overwhelmed. FedEx managers play a major role in facilitating team effectiveness. Smith was sure to change the dynamics of the leadership role. He shifted the mindset from the traditional leadership centric model to the team centered leadership approach. With this, managers are expected to formulate clear, attainable goals for their team, solicitate employee ideas, and act on the best employee suggestions. According to Webster's Dictionary, communication is a process by which information is exchanged between individuals through a common sense of symbols, signs, or behaviors. Effective professional communication within an organization is essential in order for an organization to be successful. Fred Smith broke down the barriers between leaders and employees and set the expectations where leaders were not only verbally communicating goals to employees but leading by example as well, in addition to him training them.
FedEx is well known for its impeccable public relations strategy. Alley and Gargano was the first PR agency to tackle marketing for the organization. The PR firm pioneered the highly notable tagline, "When it absolutely, positively has to be there overnight." This tagline reinforced the core concept of FedEx, priority shipping made easy. Under the direction of this PR firm, FedEx debuted one of its most notable commercials entitled Fast Talker. This commercial displays a high-strung manager that is extremely busy. His focus centered around tracking both incoming and outgoing packages. It is hilarious, and we seriously invite you to check it out. The supervisor becomes an embodiment of the fast-paced, high-pressure environment that is known in the world of business. FedEx is there to smooth the process and relieves one aspect of pressure by being a constant service delivery provider centered around overnight delivery methods. This was a great strategy because humor not only relaxes the consumer, but makes a positive impression and leaves the consumer with overall emotion in regard to their organization. After years of working with Alley and Gargano, the working relationship came to an end. The shift in brand identity occurred under the direction of advertiser Fallon Rice. FedEx debuted its tagline, "If it is important, send it Federal Express." This new tagline was designed to demonstrate the organization's trustworthiness to businesses within the corporate world. Fast forward, the organization is still using a serious approach to continue serving as a household name in the delivery service industry. In 2018, FedEx continued the serious trajectory of the organization by debuting its campaign, "What We Deliver by Delivering." This slogan would be used to showcase the positive impact of FedEx beyond service delivery. This showcased how FedEx not only works to deliver packages, but is instrumental in allowing small e-commerce businesses room to grow and compete with larger corporations. FedEx has recently launched its newest campaign called "Where Now Meets Next." The campaign has launched and is followed up with an action item that assists in the delivery of the COVID-19 vaccination. The tagline is to showcase the innovative spirit that not only the corporation itself, but of the workers who empower the organization, allowing a constant reinvention of FedEx. With our world expanding more in the technological age, FedEx is intentional about its ability to maintain relativity and compete through continued efforts to connect with its target audience and reach new ones by integrated marketing and communication strategy, meetings, and larger investments in FedEx Ground. Although FedEx communication strategy continues to evolve, there is one thing to be certain: service continues to be at the helm of the organization.
It does not matter if you're an entrepreneur or you work in corporate America. One thing for certain is you will need to know how to communicate. Over the years, FedEx has grown, and with it, the difficulties for coordination, the efficiency in maintenance. It became difficult to meet the expectations of customers, as well as the management of employees of their own company. However, even with this difficulty, Fred Smith was able to take action and make changes that would shift the entire organization. According to the text, conflict can be dysfunctional or functional. Dysfunctional conflict is described as disruptive, while functional conflict is described as when a disagreement and opposition supports change and achievement. Fred Smith has worked diligently to ensure that any conflict within the organization is functional for the most part. Of the five conflict management styles, FedEx uses the collaborative conflict style. Collaborative conflict style users attempt to jointly resolve the conflict with the best solution agreeable to all parties. It is the responsibility of each member as a team to learn how to work together. The best work is given when it is not stressful. There is a positive environment and work life school balance is not off.
FedEx leaders believe they are as diverse as the world it serves. They believe diversity is about meeting the needs of their customers and understanding the differences of their employees to ensure that the environment is nurturing. Because of FedEx investment in the people and in their diversity programs, FedEx has been recognized among top brands for diversity. The company has invested $12.3 billion in 2019 towards small diverse suppliers, minority owned suppliers, and women owned suppliers. According to the 22,565 reviews on Indeed, FedEx is overall a great company to work for. FedEx rates 3.6 out of 5 for work life balance, 3.7 out of 5 for pay and benefits, 3.6 out of 5 for job security and advancement, 3.5 out of 5 for management, and 3.7 out of 5 for culture. The overall rating of FedEx in 2020 is 3.9 out of 5. Majority of FedEx employees enjoy working for the company and will recommend the company to anyone who wants a good job with room to grow. However, there are some employees. This concludes our presentation. As you have heard, there is no doubt that Fred Smith was and is a great leader. He provided direction, inspiration, guidance, courage,